In this video, we are going to install Unity 2020.1, upgrade our MixtroidVania project to use the new version, switch our Unity editor theme to the long-awaited Dark theme, and briefly explore some of the most useful new features that came with this new version of Unity. Hey there, I'm Ben, and welcome to GameDevMix, a channel about game ideas brought to life with Unity. Right, so the first step is to open the Unity hub. Then click on the Installs tab on the left. On the top right corner, click the blue Add button. Now, in the window that appears, we want to select the version of Unity that we want to install. Now at the top here, we can see the latest official releases. These are the ones that are reasonably stable, and then the long-term support ones are the extremely stable ones. And we've got the latest pre-releases, which are the ones, we've got one here in alpha that is probably still fairly unstable. So I'm going to go with one of the latest official releases, and I want 2020, and the only one that's available for 2020 is Unity 2020.1.3F1. So I'm going to go with that one, select it and press next. So that's the version I'm going to use. However, if you're watching this at a later time, you may want to install a newer version. Now here, I've got the option to add modules to the Unity installation. I'm not using Visual Studio, I'm using Visual Studio Code instead. I do want the Android build support, not for this project, but for other projects I'm working on. I do want the WebGL build support, again, not for this project, but for other projects I'm working on. And that's pretty much it. Documentation, well, right, so I'm going to click Next. Accept the agreements and wait for it to install. Once Unity 2020 has finished installing, we are going to upgrade our MixtroidVania project to use this new version of Unity. So in the Unity hub on the left, click on the Projects tab, and then in the list, find your MixtroidVania project. I currently only have one in here, but if you have multiple in here, then just have a look for your MixtroidVania project. And then here on the right, in the column called Unity version, I'm going to click on the drop down here and select 2020.1 or whatever is the latest version that you have installed. I'm going to select this. And then when we click on the name of our project, we get this window asking us if we want to upgrade our project to a newer version of Unity. We're going to click Confirm, and then it's going to take a little while. Once Unity has finished upgrading our project to the new version, the project opens in the Unity editor. One of the most noticeable changes is that Unity finally made the Dark theme free for all of its users. So even if you are on Unity's free license tier, you can now activate the Dark theme. Dark theme is available with either 2020.1.2 and above, or 2019.4.8 and above, which is the long-term support version. So after upgrading my project to 2020.1, my Unity editor automatically switched to the new Dark mode. If yours didn't, for whatever reason, then all you have to do is go to Unity, Preferences, select General, and then under Editor Theme, you can switch it. Personal is the typical light theme that we're used to, and Professional is the new Dark theme. Now, I briefly want to highlight some of the new features that came with this new version of Unity. One of the ones I personally think are very, very useful is the new option to have multiple inspectors. So let's say in our tile maps, we select our platforms tile map, then it shows up here on the right-hand side in the inspector as usual. However, what we can also do is we can do right-click, Properties, and then we can take that new window that has appeared and we can dock it. Now what we've got is we've got two inspectors. So if we, for example, wanted to compare our trees to our platforms, then we could easily do that. We've got our trees here on the right, we've got our platforms on the left, and we're able to easily compare properties. Another very useful feature is that we are now able to view prefabs in the context of the current scene. Unfortunately, in this project, we don't have any prefabs yet. However, later on, once we start getting to our player and our enemies and so on, that will come in. And then lastly, another difference is that if we now go to the asset store, it's no longer available through the Unity editor. Instead, you now have the search online button. If you press this, the asset store opens in the browser, and You can make your purchases through the browser, and then ultimately your assets will appear here in the package manager. So up here, there's the Unity registry, in project, my assets, and built-in. So at the moment we're in project, and what we can see here, these are all the packages that are currently in our Unity project. So for example, since it's a 2D project, we've got our 2D tilemap editor here, we've got our 2D sprite, and so on. Something else that has changed is that we no longer have the option to enable the preview packages here from the package manager. Instead, we now need to go to Edit, Project Settings, and then under Package Manager, check the Enable Preview Packages checkbox. Preview packages are in the early stages of development, I understand.